Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new live episode of the Hot Mic here on the John Rocha channel. And this John Rocha joined as always by the man, the insider himself, Jeff Sneider. How are you, Jeff?
Hello, Johnny boy.
How are you doing, buddy? You must be so excited. On the precipice of another Super Bowl appearance this weekend, your New England Patriots going toe-to-toe with these dirty Seattle Seahawks. How are you feeling?
I thought you were going to say, I'm excited for The Strangers Chapter 3 tonight.
Yeah.
Which I am.
I didn't even know there was a third one. Oh, my God. Go ahead, yeah.
Excited for the Super Bowl on Sunday. I think everybody is just discounting us, not giving us a chance, which is wild. Yes. And Tom Brady, of all people, like, what? Tom, you're just ruining your legacy. What are you doing?
Look, they screwed him over and ran him out of town, and they chose Belichick over him. I don't fault him. I don't think Jordan would have cheered for the Chicago Bulls when they got rid of him either. So, it's how it goes.
I don't know. It was shady. Brady knows what he did.
What do you think? You think the Patriots win? Or you think Seahawks win? What's your thoughts?
You think I'm going to come on this show and go live on the internet and say, yeah, I think the Seahawks are going to win? No.
Okay.
The Patriots are going to win. It's going to be close. But we've got the drive. We've had the luck all year. We've got a great kicker, like great QB who's going to win MVP. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What are your plans for the Super Bowl? Is you and your lady hanging out watching the game? You going to a friend's house? What are you doing?
I'm going to my buddy's place he bought an incredible place in the Mulholland Hills.
Ooh, nice.
He was in Malibu, with the fires and everything.
Right.
And literally the place next to him burned down, and his apartment was next. And
wow.
It didn't burn. He didn't lose everything, but the place was unlivable. So he had to give up that incredible place by the beach, and he was like, all right, I'm going to head for the forest.
Right. That makes sense. Got to get if it spares you, but you still can't. I mean, it's like a sign, you got to get on out of there, especially with that reporting that happened this week, so we're not going to get this is not that kind of show, but
that was crazy. Yeah.
I know.
Aaron Bass stuff. Woo.
Yeah. It's just depressing on so many levels. I'm sad. I'm glad I don't live there. Huh?
Are leaders failing us?
All around. I think that's fair to say, for God's sake. But we got so much to get into here because this is an entertainment show. We got so much to jump into in the world of entertainment. The studio, some casting news, some big news dropping that has just dropped a few minutes ago, which will probably lead the show off with. But yeah, there's a lot to get into here. But remember, Streamlabs super chats are open. Send in your love, send in your support. Jeff needs gloves that aren't fingerless, so help him go get those gloves. Send some money in and help us out in that way. But Jeff, we should start off with the big news here. I don't have because it just broke as I was preparing the show. I don't have a picture for it, but Dan Trachtenberg, who has spent the last several years steering the Predator franchise and reviving it for 20th Century Studios, has now taken a left turn, gone back to his home at Paramount Studios, and has planted a flag there by signing a 3-year first look directing and producing deal with the studio. He will develop, direct, and produce feature projects with his partner, Ben Rosenblatt. And of course, as I said, this brings him back to Paramount, where he started out with 10 Cloverfield Lane. But you can throw him in the pile now with the Duffer Brothers, John M. Chu, James Mangold, Issa Rae, Lifshitz, and Margulies. And of course, them doing all the stuff with Daly and Goldstein there with Star Trek as well. So Paramount stacking the deck here with all the people they've brought over. Your thoughts on Trachtenberg's move here? I know you wrote about it in your newsletter today, but what are your thoughts here for us on the show?
I mean, I think it's pretty huge. I think he's a really good director. I was caught off guard, because Ben Rosenblatt's one of my good friends out here.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't find out about this until yesterday.
Right.
And I didn't really realize that he was definitely part of it until today.
Right.
And it's remarkable. Just he's a great guy, and I could be happier for him.
Right.
And yeah, he's been, Trachtenberg's right hand through this whole Predator trilogy, really.
Yeah.
Trachtenberg has made 2 theatrical releases, both of which crossed the $100 million mark. So he's 2 for 2. And these movies are well liked too, which I think is a huge difference. Paramount needs filmmakers. It needs filmmakers that are going to come in and do franchises. James Mangold is not doing a franchise there necessarily, right? He's doing a Timothee Chalamet movie. You've got Damien Chazelle. He's not doing a franchise movie. He's doing a prison movie. So like, you need some guys who can come in and like hit those marks. So what are the marks, right, John?
Yeah, you've got Transformers, right? There's that's a possible IP that's there. As I mentioned here, Cloverfield Lane, he could come back to that, as you wrote about in your newsletter. But there's another one that you think is very possible as well, please.
When I asked somebody about this right before the announcement broke, and I was like, oh, Trachtenberg's getting a first look deal, they're like, World War Z.
Wow.
Like that was specific, because I was in the room for this, right? I got my Paramount badge here.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things that they said at the press day at Paramount was you do like Star Trek and Transformers and Top Gun 3 and World War Z, like that's a big money maker for them. Fincher was going to do it, but Fincher is obviously very expensive and he does not compromise. So he either gets the budget that he says he needs or he doesn't do it.
Right.
Trachtenberg, if he were to get a budget like that, it would be the biggest budget he's worked with. He's these are modestly budgeted films, the Predator movies, and 10 Cloverfield Lane was $15 million, made $110 million. So I think that he's looking to paint on a bigger canvas. Mm-hmm. Sure, they could be originals. They could have brought him in. He may have some great original ideas, but today you have to assign him to one of these franchises, and it's just all about really what he sparks to creatively. I don't know if he's a Transformers guy. I wouldn't go Transformers if I were him. Maybe as a cool take on Cloverfield, right? He was a rookie when he did Cloverfield. Right. So he did what the studio and J.J. Abrams told him to do, basically. I suspect. Now he might have a lot more creative freedom to kind of do what he wants with that brand and reinvent it the way that he has with Predator. Or World War Z, that's a big Brad Pitt summer movie. That's on another level. And I think he's ready for that.
I love this idea of World War Z. But I mean, Brad Pitt's getting a little long in the tooth to lead this. Do you tell a different story with Trachtenberg there as the main creative force and bring in another actor who's a bit younger that you can kind of ride for a few movies as you go into creating that as a franchise? I think that's possible as well. Your Cloverfield one, I think I'm a little less on the train with you and a little bit upset at your feelings about Transformers. There's a lot to play with there, but I get your point. I may not agree with you, but I get your point. But like Cloverfield, I don't know if it's worth it to revive that brand necessarily. Maybe it is. But the World War Z thing, there are people who are still excited for that. That could be an interesting way to go. But there are a few here. If I'm looking at the IPs here, Jeff, I mean, you've got G.I. Joe that's still out there. That's a possibility as well. Terminator, isn't Terminator possible there as well? Would that be interesting? Could he slide into Top Gun? I mean, is that a possibility if you have him working with Tom Cruise? That could be an interesting
question, John, right? I think that is the big question because you can't wait forever for Joseph Kosinski, right? He's going to be Miami Vice next, and then he's got the Apple UFO movie. I don't know if Top Gun 3 would be before or after that. It depends on whether the script is ready, but I could definitely see that.
Right. I mean, that's what I think. A young energy coming in,
Star Trek would have been a great fit too.
Yes.
To sign Goldstein and Daly.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Dan Trachtenberg take on Star Trek. I think he would have walked that line between the occasional humor and the real stakes of a film like that. It would have been very interesting to see his take. I'm still looking forward to Daly and Goldstein, which I think is going to be a much more comedic take, a much more like the Star Trek we see now on TV. Whereas Trachtenberg's, I think, would have been closer to like Wrath of Khan type of Star Trek or 2009 Star Trek, and that would have been fun to see for sure. But do you think G.I. Joe is a possibility? Do you think any of the other ones jump out?
Yeah, I couldn't really speak to those.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Top Gun 3.
Gun 3.
That's a real question.
Yeah, I think what you said is a great point. Like, it's going to take time. Like, if Kosinski is going to be busy, Tom's not getting any younger. And Trachtenberg certainly has a track record here of going back to 1980s franchises and reviving them. And certainly Top Gun Maverick was fantastic. So what can you do? You bring in a younger creator, see how he can work with Tom Cruise and make this work. And then find the younger pilots, tell a different story. I think that could be real interesting to see what he can do. So But did this surprise you though overall that he would kind of move out of 20th century? Like, do you think he'll keep doing the Predator stuff though? Will they we've seen this before with creators get to carve out a little bit. Do you think there's a carve out in his deal to keep going with the Predator franchise, or is he now being moved off of it?
I mean, if they want to continue with what he's built, I think that then he would probably still be involved, but as a producer, right? I don't think you're going to see him direct a 4th Predator movie.
Damn,
right? I think
that's a shame.
I think he's graduated from Predator, to be honest, which is no slight on Predator. I love that franchise.
Right.
I just think he's on to bigger and better things than that. So if he did return to the franchise, I suspect it would be as a producer or as an EP. Yeah.
What about Terminator under the Paramount window? Is that a possibility?
A very interesting possibility. I didn't bring that up today. I regret not doing so, because that would also make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I just haven't really heard a lot about Terminator lately.
I think you have to make sure the camera doesn't want to put his fingers on it. Like, I think Trachtenberg is the kind of guy now at this point in his career, as he's shown what he can do with Predator. Like, he doesn't want to be answered to anybody, like other than the top level execs. He wants to be able to control his own thing. So if Cameron was to take his fingers off of it, I think he'd be on top of it. So we'll see.
I don't think that Trachtenberg is, unless he really wants to direct a Transformers movie. I don't think that is what he would end up doing.
No, I think World War Z is the right choice. That's a great idea for him to be a part of.
But the Cloverfield thing, that makes sense for him to go back to his roots a little bit. But I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I just think he's a great get for Paramount to have him on that lot, to have him on its roster. He's like my age. Like, you can grow with him.
Right. Do you think, though, one last thing before we leave this topic, you're talking about the roster of people they brought over. Is this in preparation because they know they're not going to get WB? So they're lining up all these creators here. They're paying them top dollar and building the staff out, knowing they're not going to get WB because they know they've got to work now with their IP and build their IP up.
It's also a talent game. So if you have all the talent, who gives a shit about who owns WB if there's no?
That's my point.
There, right?
Right. That's my point. You've taken their best players.
Listen, I don't think that they're going to get WB. I think Netflix is going to get WB. I don't care about all these. Hearings and all this bullshit about how woke Netflix is, about how woke the Kill Tony and Dave Chappelle is. Like, come on.
Exactly. We'll get to that a little bit later, but let's move on to another big story that dropped this week, Jeff, that led off the week, and that is Josh D'Amaro coming on here.
Never heard of him.
As the new CEO of Disney. A lot of people thought Dana Walden was going to take this spot, that there was rumors that she was being groomed to take this top spot, be the first female to lead Disney here. But in the end, they ended up carving out an entirely new role for her, the chief creative officer, which didn't exist before, for her to take control. And Jeff, in essence, what we've got here is a repetition of the twofer again. What we just saw with Lucasfilm, now Disney seems to be doing that. Yes, Josh D'Amaro would be one, Dana two, but it certainly feels like it's a twofer again without necessarily being a twofer. Your thoughts on his appointment, your thoughts on Dana Walden, and where this is going?
Well, I got to say, guys, you should read the newsletter last night, the whole edition.
It is good.
With my take on Dana Walden and D'Amaro. I think, like I said, the writing has been on the wall for a while now that he was going to be the guy. Yeah, there was an outside chance that they could do co-CEOs.
Right.
But in the end, they wanted the buck to stop with one person, and it was going to be the person who's behind, the parks, which is the largest, growth sector. It's the biggest profit driver. Like, the TV business is shrinking.
Right. So
less importance on it. And you really need somebody who can navigate the parks and experiences and all that whole business. But it's like not a huge loss for Dana, because Dana got additional oversight of the film studio.
Yes.
This, right? Yeah. She used, because she could walk. She could be like, all right, I didn't get CEO job, I'm going to walk. Then you lose a great executive with great relationships. That's not good. So you got to entice her to stay. You give her, a new title and create a whole new position for her. Give her oversight of the film studio. I think it worked out well for everybody, and they did a good job of presenting a united front. I do wish that Bob Iger, rather than sort of playing it safe and being political and backing both of them and mentoring both of them or whatever throughout this process, I do wish he had put his thumb on the scale for Dana, because I think it would have said something about his legacy had he left a female, a woman
in charge,
CEO, essentially.
Yeah,
I think this was as good an opportunity as any, and I just don't know really why they couldn't have just named her co-CEO, even if like the roles are the exact same, where it's just like Josh do the parks and she's going to be the content. Listen, this is the weird financial Wall Street shit that I don't understand, but to me it signaled that the shareholders, and perhaps as they should be, are more important than the legacy or what it communicates to the talent community, because, the audience is ultimately king, less than even talent these days.
Well, and tomorrow is like 60% of the profit last year for Disney. And so he's like, he's leading the way on his own side of things. So he's been there for 28 years. I spoke to some people who've worked at Disney parks who've met Josh Tomorrow, and they talk about how like he's very hands-on, very ground level, obviously can do the job at the high levels and hanging out with the in the executive suite. But from most people I spoke to who have actually had interactions with him, from through the junior execs down to the guys people working at parks, they were very positive about their interactions with him. Now, it doesn't mean he's not a dick behind the scenes, but certainly he's leaving a good impression everywhere he's gone. So this was meant more with a kind of like, I know there were Chapek comparisons initially, but most people have kind of looked at this one as a good move, a strong move. Seems a pretty capable, very intelligent guy. And then you have Dana there as quote unquote the number 2 there, but she's in charge. They gave her more stuff to do, being in charge of more production of media. That's a positive in the end. And maybe that could be the move for her later on to another CEO job at another studio, but it's more responsibility, which I think is great. But I wonder, Jeff, let me ask you this. I wonder, do you think, and you're going to probably laugh at me, but do you think that they balked at the idea of a woman being in charge with all the shit that Kathleen just went through in the Lucasfilm side of things? Do you think they were like, well, right now, the political climate, all this kind of stuff, we don't want to put a woman in charge. Trump is suing everybody for DEI. We don't want to have them thinking we put a woman in charge because of DEI. I don't want to deal with fucking that shit. Do you think that had anything to do with this?
I don't think it did. I hope it didn't. I don't think it did. I think if there was a woman who was running the parks division, a woman elevated into CEO, right? I think it just comes down to what the two of them do, and people would say it, and it makes sense. Why would you waste an executive of her creative talents,
right?
In meetings about Disneyland in China or whatever? Like,
right.
It's just not the best use of her time.
Yeah. Good point.
So as I say about Hollywood often, like as crazy as it is, things happen for a reason, right? And people tend to wind up with the jobs that they should have gotten all along, and that goes for executives as well as actors. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that as a final thought on the whole situation. And Karen, Karen Vanderman reminded us, yes, we all know Sherry Lansing was in charge of Paramount. I meant in charge of Disney, be the first woman in charge of Disney.
Right. It's not just the studio; it's the major media company.
Yeah, the entire thing. Exactly. Yes. All right. Let's move on to your scoop, Jeff. We're in the show now. 500 people watching us right now. Only 6 super chats. Come on, y'all. Send in your love. Send in your questions, thoughts, and comments. Super chats pinned in the address is pinned in the chat. It's the description of the video. Send in your Streamlabs as well. We'll answer them all near the end of the show. This is your big scoop, Jeff. Do you want to talk about this? Pirates of the Caribbean. You broke this last night. Apparently, this reboot is back on with some interesting twists and turns in all of this. No confirmation that Johnny Depp is officially coming back, but Margot Robbie, a few weeks ago, was confirmed that Margot Robbie was still attached. But you've got more on this. You want to give the layout on this? What's going on with this?
So I mean, I got just like the background on the development of this project and how they did dual development for a while. They did a reboot, and then they worked on a female spinoff, and then at some point it's just like, let's just combine this into one project that Margot Robbie's still going to be a part of, right?
Right.
But and maybe this is an effect of Trump or whatever. Just like with Star Wars, right? We need a male lead,
right,
or co-lead alongside Margot Robbie,
right.
Now, so that's going to be a young guy. I don't know how young. I don't know if he's going to be comically young. So it's like he's always fighting for Margot Robbie, and she's just like doesn't even look at him. He's a boy, not a man,
right?
or if they're going to be of roughly the same age. I have no idea. But I'd heard that character was going to become Jack Sparrow's son, right? To continue the story of essentially the Sparrow. It's the Sparrow saga, just like the Skywalker saga, right? Like why would you not want that some sort of connection to the franchise that fans have already invested in?
Right.
And does that allow the opportunity for Jack Sparrow to come back in some capacity, whether it's a cameo, whatever it is? Keep in mind, Johnny Depp is already working for 2 of the 6 studios.
Right.
So is there a gradual acceptance that where Hollywood is letting him back? And is Disney, would that be a sign to President Trump? Like, look, we're the so-called canceled actor we're hiring again.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp want to go back, right? He's said some, nasty things about working with Disney. Again, at the end of the day, money talks.
Yeah. The pictures came out a couple of days ago of him on the set of that Christmas Carol movie. So he is working, as you said, and doing his thing there. I think it's absolutely going to happen. I think now the way things are going, everybody's getting quote unquote uncanceled. Everybody's getting a chance to come back. The public's going to decide whether they like it or not, but the opportunities are going to open up and present themselves. So I think Depp is absolutely going to come back. Yes, there'll be a section of fans will be upset about it, but the way you kind of smooth it over is you don't make him the lead. You make it his son who's the lead. Maybe you cast someone like Austin Butler, and then you, as you said, you play it so that he's pining for Margot Robbie. It may not consummate that romance, but certainly there is some playfulness between the two as it goes along. Just like he played with Keira Knightley through 3 films, playing around with getting with her behind Orlando Bloom's back.
So a 15 or 16-year-old boy, you could make jokes and she would just laugh it off because it's like obviously
true.
Not happening, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. There's a way to play it, which would be interesting to see how it goes down. And you've got legacy. Keith Richards is still around, so you could have a reunion of all 3 of the Sparrows, right? So it could be interesting to make that happen. And look, the precedents in the movies before, we had Keira Knightley and Orlando Bloom come back for a cameo at the end of one of the most recent Pirates of the Caribbean because it was their child that was involved in all this stuff as well. So it's not like he can't. I think that's the way to get around it,
But yeah, Christy Wilson Cairns, that was the real scoop, right? Is that she's in talks to do it. I'd heard, that Margot really wanted a high-level writer on this, right?
Yeah.
So they aimed high. I think they waited for Christy to become available. And she has an Oscar nomination with Sam Mendes for 1917. So right. And I think Margot wanted a female writer as well. So there's only so many female writers who aren't Greta Gerwig or whatever, or Emerald Fennell,
right?
Who you can just hire to do a movie.
Is that why you sensed that she wasn't going to be the Beatles, one of the writers for the Beatles movies? That you sensed that there was something else on the horizon?
No, it feels like the Beatles stuff, because it's already filming, right? So you'd think that the script stuff would have been locked in a while ago. I don't think that this is the thing that is would get in the way of it. There's so many things that these writers sign on to do for a few weeks here, a month there, a polish. Yeah, it's like you never even hear about them, and that's how they want it. They want to operate in the shadows. It's just unfortunately sometimes it's newsworthy. Yeah,
as long as the check clears. Well, I don't have this on the rundown, but I'm sure you have an opinion on this. Were you able to see any of the Wuthering Heights screenings that happened in LA the last couple of days? The first reactions have come out. Courtney Howard, I think, called it a global masterpiece or something like that. Like, what are your thoughts on this, Jeff? You put any stock in any of these reactions?
I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a movie, it looks like it has a certain style. Those two are sexy. People want to see them together.
Yeah.
But do I put stock in the reactions? Well, no.
Okay. There wasn't anyone that reacted to it that you were like, okay, I could see this. I might believe this.
This is like crack to these cat ladies. Come on. All right, this is like their fantasy, like Wuthering Heights. Yeah. Listen, I think the movie's going to do very well. I think it's going to perform. I'm going on Valentine's Day. That's motherfucking date night.
Whoa, there you go.
Yeah, I'm going to dinner and a movie. So I think it is a movie that guys would be willing to see.
Right.
Yeah. What do you want from me? What do you want?
Okay. I'm just asking.
Warner Brothers did not extend it.
Yeah. What's up with that? Christy Lemire and Alonso Duralde had more of a middling reaction. But Courtney Howard has called it a quote God tier new classic. That's what I was referencing.
God tier.
Yeah, God tier. I don't know what that means. Scott Menzel says it's destined to be a massive hit. Mendelsohn chimed in. He said it's a large scale retelling of a smaller scale melodrama with all the big budget production value and cinematic style value we once took for granted. It works as a nuanced romantic tragedy. Matt Neglia over there loved it and thought it was pretty good, but had no knowledge of the source material beyond what he'd seen in other adaptations on TV or whatever. So, and then Griffin, my brother Griffin wrote 3 paragraphs on this thing. He said, the colors, the production design, the atmosphere, the vibe is immaculate, dripping with mood. Linus Sangren especially is operating on another level. I'm sure purists will take issue, but it's sure to become a staple for this generation.
The vibes are immaculate.
That's what he said. I love Griffin, so I'm not. And Griffin watches our show. So Griffin, if you're watching, I'm not bashing you. I'm just saying it's an interesting choice of words.
I'm just listening. This is the new generation, right?
I know. I think it's a very
immaculate.
It's a very well written reaction. And he also said that his thing has what did he say? So he says it serves as a perfect tonic to Gen Z's puritanical regression into repression. Essentially saying it's the steamiest film we've had in a minute. So I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need that. We definitely need to bring sex back to the movies. Hollywood is definitely fucked up on that.
But God tier new classic. I have a tough time with.
Here's the thing. Let's go back and look at the reviews for a little movie called Saltburn. Saltburn, right? As memorable as certain moments may be,
right,
is not a good movie.
No, yeah, kind of not a good movie. Yeah, sure, right. I agree. Yeah,
not a good movie.
But I do like the one she did before. I can't think of it. Young Promising Woman was the one. Young Promising Woman was the one.
I did like Promising Young Woman. Yeah,
Promising Woman. That's it. Yeah.
So she could go either way. This is a big movie for her. Yeah. I think it'll work.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I can't wait to see it. I think I have a screening early next week. So hopefully you'll get in at some point, Jeff. But maybe you're seeing it Valentine's Day instead.
Fall in love again and again.
Let's get into this one, man. A24. This is a story that a certain somebody spoke about months ago. It has been confirmed here that A24 is in charge of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise now. It is legitimately happening. This has been confirmed. They have landed this thing with JT Mollner and Glen Powell. Jesus, Glen Powell, give it a rest, man. Jesus Christ, all this stuff he's doing. But Sneider, you reported this 3 months ago, and this package now includes Mollner's pitch in partnership with Glen Powell, who will have undisclosed, quote, creative role on all of this. And, of course, Mollner kind of teased this on social media a few weeks ago with Leatherface holding a chainsaw. So this is all going down, bro. Are you excited about this? Are these the right people to be in charge of Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Is A24 where Texas Chainsaw Massacre needs to exist, the more higher-end, faluting horror type of studio? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, listen. This is like everyone's like, oh, they're so precious about this franchise. Let me tell you something about this franchise, okay?
Yes.
This franchise is dead.
Wow.
This is a dead franchise.
Woof.
Are you guys shitting me? You know how many fucking Leatherface movies they've released over the last 10 years that no one has given a fuck about?
That's true. There's been a lot of them. There's been a lot of them.
3. So this franchise is dead and it needs a complete fucking jolt. Okay. It needs, I think that doing a series is an interesting way to go, just like I think that doing Crystal Lake is an interesting approach to Friday the 13th that I'm like very looking forward to. Like that would be, if I got those screeners right now, I would watch that over DTF St. Louis. I would watch that over your friends and neighbors. Like I have those screeners. I'm pumped for Crystal Lake. So I just think, you know, A24, they're doing Cape Fear. They have Euphoria. Like they know what they're doing as far as TV shows, just as much as they do movies, and they don't really get the credit on the TV side. Mainly because the logos come after, and nobody watches the logos anymore on TV shows, right? It's like you don't sit through the end of the credits. You're just on to like the next fucking thing 5 seconds later. Yeah. So people aren't even aware of like what shows are A24 shows.
I don't. Well, I mean, I don't think of Texas Chainsaw on A24. I would think of Texas Chainsaw on Lionsgate. That seems to be more
that's
where I would see.
Obvious kind of way, though.
Yeah.
Like that's why this needed to be A24, because it needs to be elevated a little bit. Like it's been this schlock franchise for a while.
Yeah.
But
people are going to dude, you don't want to make this elevated. You want to make a Texas Chainsaw elevated? I don't think it's going to work. One of the joys about it is that it's not elevated. It's down to the ground. It's not. It's just like, this is real shit that can go on. I grew up in the South. I saw some of the places where a Texas Chainsaw guy could live near my neighborhood, for God's sake. So to me, it's always had that sense of like groundedness to it. You start adding the A24 kind of intellectual horror thing to it, I don't know, you might ruin the secret sauce of that thing.
But elevated doesn't mean like not gory or gnarly or anything like that. Like look at X, like Ty West's X.
True.
If you told me that's like, part of that is a Texas Chainsaw movie, I'd buy it. Right. So I think I don't know, it fits, and I think with Glen Powell producing, right, and bringing that, representing Texas, I think that's who he's looking out for. He's looking out for the Texas part of the Chainsaw Massacre here, and I think that him and JT Mollner, who's a really interesting filmmaker, right? I really like Strange Darling. I didn't love The Long Walk. I know that movie has a lot of fans.
I liked it. Yeah,
I didn't think it was very good, but Strange Darling was fantastic.
I'm a little less on the fence with I'm a little more on the fence with the Glen Powell thing. I haven't seen his tastes go towards the darker, gorier, brutal horror type stuff. Like I haven't really seen that yet. So I have to keep my judgment on this open and see what it's. I'm not necessarily excited that he's involved. I want to see what they create down the road. If McConaughey was involved 10 years ago, that would excite me because, of course, he had been in the third one or whatever it was that was a part of that thing. So that would have been interesting. But we'll see what Glen Powell can do.
I think Glen Powell is a man of extremes, and that he's really good. Like, I think that there is darkness inside of him.
Okay.
He's really good channeling that darkness, and he's also really great at playing the light. And it's when he's sort of trapped in the middle that it doesn't always work. It doesn't.
Yeah. That's probably fair. All right, so we'll see what happens with that. Anything more to say on that? Anything more that you anticipate? No?
I think it's going to be fucking like Like, who would you want to see as Leatherface? Is there an actor?
Is there an A24 actor that I'd like to see as Leatherface? David Harbour. I think David Harbour would be an interesting Leatherface.
Yes, I was thinking like a big guy like that.
Yeah.
David Harbour would be an interesting Leatherface.
Right? I mean, he's got a lot of anger to work out. I think giving him the role to play in a movie would be perfect.
It's not bad, John. I like that.
Is there a bigger guy roaming around working today? I don't know. Like he'd be perfect for that. Well, let's stay in the horror vein, Jeff. What are your thoughts on this? Laurence Fishburne. You talked about this. You tweeted this out yourself. Laurence Fishburne, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Diane Lane, Scarlett Johansson, all these people a part of this new Exorcist. You talk about leveling up, like you just said about Texas Chainsaw. Look at this cast list for The Exorcist compared to the cast list from the previous Exorcist movie. This is incredible. Your thoughts on this? And are you surprised by any of the people who?
I actually am surprised by the level of talent that Flanagan's put together here. Clearly, Universal is encouraging him to assemble like a star-studded ensemble for this. I think Chewie is playing a priest. Con turned priest potentially.
Yeah.
To give him, a little something meaty to play. I'm not sure what role they said Fishburne was playing. But yeah, it's a cool ensemble. It's either a testament to Flanagan, right? Because he's a talented magnet, or a testament to the script, and that like the script that he wrote is really good. Yeah,
I mean it's pretty exciting to see these kind of people that will be a part of it, especially Ejiofor, who I've always loved, and so I like that he's a part of it. Yeah, Fishburne. I wonder what the connection is going to be with all of that, and Scarlett, and then Diane Lane, who was recently, I think, in that anniversary movie, right? So.
Diane Lane's the best.
Yeah, right.
Here's a question when it comes to Fishburne. This is very tangential to Laurence Fishburne.
Okay.
What's going on with Drew Goddard's Matrix movie?
Is that still fucking happening? I don't know.
supposedly, I think he would have like turned in a draft by now, by either the end of the year or end of January. So
okay.
I don't know. We might be hearing more on that soon.
Really? Is that what is that your spider sense is tingling?
I'm saying it's time. It's time to hear something.
Okay.
Time to hear something.
You're not saying you've heard something. You're saying it's time to hear something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a notification on my glove here.
Oh, yeah. And I shouldn't leave out Jacoby Jupe, who, of course, the young kid there who's going to be part of it. And the Jupe, of course. I think that's the kid from Hamnet, right? So he will be a part of this as well.
I mean, if you're doing DC's like Green Lantern on HBO.
Yeah.
Right? And you're doing Harry Potter on HBO.
Yeah.
Could you do The Matrix on HBO?
I think you could absolutely do The Matrix on HBO. In fact, I think it'd be more interesting to do a series with it. I 100% agree with you.
Exactly, just like Texas Chainsaw. Like, this is a dead franchise.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Nobody gave a shit about the last Matrix movie, really. It's bad.
Yeah.
Might be time to mix up the formula and do cliffhangers and shit like that.
I like the idea. Plus, if you've got more time to tell the story, more real estate rather to tell the story, and the special effects nowadays, and especially because all these studios now are diving into AI. You can't tell me AI won't be a part of the new Matrix movie or series. It has to. So that's an exciting situation to explore as well. Speaking of AI, I don't know if you saw this, Jeff, but the Major League Baseball players have now reached a deal that they will surrender their likenesses to AI. You will be able to chat and you'll be able to communicate with the AI version of these baseball players with using their voices and their likenesses. It's all happening, people. It's all we're going to create AI versions of ourselves that you all can communicate through the week until our show. I think that's the next step for you and I, Jeff.
You guys want to know why I'm wearing these gloves?
Why do you wear
I'm AI, and there's actually a sixth finger right in here.
The six-finger man. I should have known. Let's move on to this story, Jeff. We'll touch on this a little bit. I brought this up last week. There's been more conversations on this, and that is that Secret Wars, there's a growing belief amongst people, including myself last week, talking about it, that this will be split into two movies. But the new update some people have chimed in on is saying that it's going to depend on how Doomsday does. That's the thought there. Do you buy this stuff? What's your feeling? What are you hearing about this? And are they shooting a long movie that they might split up into two or only do one version of? Or do you think they are waiting for Doomsday to see if they're going to greenlight a second movie and turn this into a trilogy? What are you hearing, or what does your gut tell you?
Not hearing anything.
Okay.
Make that clear.
Okay.
I don't really buy it, especially we're waiting for Doomsday to see how it does. That's such like I'm a fan, so right. I'm waiting for Doomsday to come out to see how it does until I just think it's bullshit.
You think it's bullshit that they're going to do two movies, or you think it's bullshit that they're waiting on Doomsday?
Here's what I think.
Okay.
I think that you could possibly get some sort of Doctor Doom solo movie.
Oh. So you think you would have Doomsday, Secret Wars, and then a Doctor Doom solo movie? Where would that go? Because X-Men is rumored to be right after the Secret Wars movie, a few months after Secret Wars movie. So where would you put the Doom?
I have no idea.
Are you just fucking around? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just like, how else to explain two movies?
Well, I think because they know they didn't do a good ramp up to Doomsday. They've got a lot to tell. They're going to kill a lot of these heroes, and they've got to lay the groundwork to move into the mutant saga and essentially lay down some tentpoles so that people have a little bit of knowledge going into the mutant saga, because they want to hit the ground running on this. So I imagine you need a lot of real estate on film in order to be able to do all of those things.
6 hours isn't enough? 6 hours? 2-3 hour movies?
I feel like it's not enough. I feel like 9 hours would be enough to tell that story, the full story. I don't know. But here's what Alex Perez says from the Cosmic Circus. He says the current rumor running around is that Secret Wars is going to be split into 2 parts. I'd like to pile onto that rumor and say there's a very high chance that they could. And the reason why is that over the last few days, the team here at Cosmic Circus has been monitoring updates for developments on multiple Marvel projects and have discovered that Avengers Secret Wars, which was originally approved to start in the coming months, has now ground into what is known as, quote, a conditional start phase. Essentially, it means that Marvel cannot legally film anything for Secret Wars until a new verification of the contract is achieved. In the few instances that this has happened, it's because there's been a massive shift from what the production was originally looking like. For example, like one film now being split into 2 parts. So would that convince you, Jeff, if you were to find out that there was a conditional start phase here, that they're maybe reassessing Secret Wars and their approach to Secret Wars? No. If this is true. Okay.
I don't know what any of that shit means.
Okay.
It sounded like a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
No offense to Alex Perez over there at Cosmic Circus, but yeah. All right. Just wanted to ask, buddy boy. Just wanted to ask. Speaking of mumbo jumbo, Jeff, what are your thoughts on the big spot here? The big Scream 7 spot we got. Much more darker than I anticipated, brother. I am like now on board. I'm on board with this now. I kind of like where this is going. They mixed in some of the footage from the previous teaser, but like there was a little more darkness here, a little more harder edge to this one, Jeff. I got to say, I'm kind of excited for this. Where are you at right now on Scream 7?
I'm quietly dreading this movie.
What? Why? Have you not seen anything you like?
Terrible. Because the last 2 have been terrible, and it's the same writer. As much as I love Kevin Williamson, he's an unproven director.
Right.
And it's the same writer as the last movie, so...
Yeah, but did you like any of the footage? Have you not liked any of the footage?
Not really. I haven't loved the burn it down stuff. I don't love Ghostface playing with fire.
Okay.
It just seems like we've run out of like... I agree, they needed to do something more than just like have them keep stabbing people, but I don't know, it doesn't have me particularly excited.
Okay.
And it, like all the whole twist thing, or however they're gonna explain Matthew Lillard's like on the poster. I don't know if that's a contractual thing, but I think it's kind of silly, like that they're just having that out there. I don't know.
You can hear his voice in the trailers.
Yeah, I know, and actually it was reported and everything. It's not like a secret, but like
right.
It's weird. I think it tips its hand. I think it only leaves so many plausible explanations. I think it's already screening. I'd be shocked if it wasn't spoiled for me before the movie. Ooh. That's going to be like dodging shit in the Matrix, like over the next 2 weeks. I'm just going to be
like, good point. We also had this story, Jeff, which was something you've spoken about in the past, but also Jordan Rumi there at World of Real. Adam Driver, kind of a backhand way, got confirmed that he's going to be in Heat 2. This is part of the Deadline piece on Nancy Meyers' film, which we'll talk about next here. But in a line of that piece, it mentions that Adam Driver was supposed to star in the rom-com that she is making, but dropped out because he's currently committed to Michael Mann's Heat 2. So it looks like he is officially joining Christian Bale and DiCaprio on this. Is there anything new in your mind about this? Or is this pretty much like a duh type of response to this?
Yeah, I mean, I just always thought he was playing the young Neil. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're just 100%.
I'm not sure about the other roles. You know, I still don't know if they're sure. I'm still waiting for some clarity on that. And then there was like a Stephen Graham rumor, right?
Yeah, there's been a Stephen Graham rumor that was a few weeks ago that he was going to be a part of it. Where I'm not sure where he would fit, but I mean, Driver being in it, where does Driver go though, Jeff? Where do you put him there?
If he's not young Neil, or
no? I mean, if he's not young Neil, do you think is that just the only choice?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, all right. We'll see when that finally gets going. What we get from that. But speaking of Nancy Meyers, this is happening. She has a film. It has been confirmed, Jeff, once and for all. Nancy Meyers. It is happening. It is called Paramount. But the cast has been reshuffled here. It's going to start in early of 2026 in LA. The budget is less than originally what she was asking for. It's now around $100 million. You will get Penelope Cruz and Owen Wilson, but also Kieran Culkin, Jude Law, and Emma Mackey will come in to replace Scarlett and Fassbender, who have bowed out. This is supposedly coming up by Christmas of next year, and it'll be the first film she's done in 11 years, and it's based on her own relationship, her own meet-cute relationship. Your thoughts on this? Anything exciting to talk about here?
Not really.
Wow.
It's a Nancy Meyers movie. It's a Nancy Meyers cast that feels like it's like 12 years too late.
Yeah.
Maybe Penelope Cruz experiences some sort of like big comeback with The Invite, which was the big movie itself.
Oh, yes. Right.
She's part of that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This feels like the sort of cast I would have read about in the trades about 15 years ago.
I just don't know who this is for, bro. I mean, if you listen to the log line, a young writer-director falls in love with a producer. The pair make several successful films before breaking up, both romantically and professionally. They are forced back together when a new project arises, a new great project arises. And this is supposedly semi-autobiographical about her life and her relationship with Charles Shire, who was a writer-producer. They did Private Benjamin, Baby Boom, Parent Trap, Father Bride together. So, but I don't know that we're clamoring for this kind of rom-com, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are older people who want to see this, but this feels like it's for the book club crowd, doesn't it? I just don't know.
And that's a good crowd to be for. That's a hit. That's a hit. And you can't ignore that audience.
But for 100, they didn't make the book club for $100 million, Jeff.
You're very right. You're very right about that. That's the thing, right? If you're going to make it for a Nancy Meyers budget, it has to perform like an old Nancy Meyers movie. And I just don't know how many movies are doing that outside of like, Devil Wears Prada 2 is going to be a beast.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just only like, I guess Glen Powell's movie with Sydney Sweeney is a good comp.
Yeah, but they're younger, dude.
And that's best case scenario. Yeah, like Jude Law. Like, I love Jude Law, but are people going to movie theaters to see Jude Law?
When's the last time you saw a Penelope Cruz movie make $100 million?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, and obviously she needed to downscale, right? I think that she had ScarJo before and Fassbender.
Yeah, ScarJo and Fassbender before,
and not that Fassbender's some huge box office draw either, but ScarJo is, right? And they had to, downscale to Emma Mackey. She's not ScarJo. Not yet.
Shall I show you the Ella Mackey or Ella McKay, whatever it was?
Do you want
box office for that one?
The poster that I'm actually putting up of Ella McKay behind me?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Karen says us older women might like it. Yeah, you might. But you all also went to the Melania documentary, so I don't know.
Aaron, what are you doing watching movies? Should be modeling, honey. Get on that.
Easy. Well, you just mentioned some of the trailers, Jeff. Devil Wears Prada. We had a Michael trailer. We also had Did you see any of the trailers that I asked you about? Exit 8, Fuse, the War Machine one with Reacher there.
War Machine, I thought looked like fun. Again, I'm a sucker for Alan Ritchson.
I agree.
This guy is a fucking badass. I love him. Yes, I want to see him like fight a tank, like a tank with legs. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know how to describe that. What was the one you said before that?
Well, there was Devil Wears Prada 2,
Fuse,
and then
I watched Fuse. Fuse was okay. It wasn't the best trailer. And it could have been because it was like from Sky. I think it was a foreign trailer for its foreign release on like a TV channel. It's not a very well done trailer.
Right.
So
Exit 8?
To that. Exit 8, I don't think I saw that one.
Okay. All right. So, but what about the new Michael Jackson trailer or the Devil Wears Prada trailer? Do you like any of those? Either one of those?
Michael Jackson movie looks great.
Right? Some people were bashing the movie, and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? This looks amazing. So I don't understand why people are coming after it.
Be huge. And so it's going to be. They're both going to be fucking huge.
Yeah, I didn't like that trailer that much. A lot of people thought she has dementia. That's not what you want people talking about after your trailer.
That's a twist. Be quiet.
Is that the plot twist?
There's a big twist in the drama, apparently. I don't know what it is.
Oh.
Nobody spoil that for me. I will be upset if you do. I'm going to try.
In the drama? Right.
Yeah.
Well, you got a chance to see Send Help. Jeff, finally over the weekend. Did you see Iron Lung as well, or did you only see Send Help? Okay.
No. Congrats to Markiplier. Like, that's an amazing accomplishment,
right?
For him, and it really, shows the power, of like a fan base, right? Yeah. Like, it's hugely impressive, and I think that Hollywood needs to stop underestimating YouTube. But Send Help, a huge win for Raimi.
Yes,
this movie in 20 plus years since Spider-Man 2. I don't want to hear any drag me to hell nonsense. Sorry,
I agree with you.
Yeah, like, she was so good, McAdams.
Yes,
and McAdams is going to get something big off this.
I hope so, dude. I hope so, because she deserves it. She's so fucking good, and she just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now I know they pay for those and whatever, but still, I think she deserves it, and I think she should get something big out of this because.
Big reminder.
Yeah, she's fucking excellent, and she's a hottie. She's been a level A hottie since the beginning, so there's no reason she shouldn't get a lead in some other stuff down the road. She deserves it. But I like when sorry, go ahead.
That movie was a blast.
Yes, it's so much fun. I rewatched it again the other day. It's so much fun, and Dylan's great too. Don't you think, Dylan? She gets something more out of this as well, Jeff. He was excellent.
He's been good all year. He's been good in 4 or 5 things in a row now.
Yeah. At some point, he's got to make that break.
Really turning a corner. He's ready for, he's ready for like his own limited series. If you think of like Evan Peters, right? Who's in The Beauty right now. And he was dumb. And he was in Mayor of Easttown, right?
Right.
That's excellent taste. To me, that's 3 for 3 for Evan Peters. And if Dylan O'Brien could just land one of those kinds of shows, it could be a game changer.
Wow. Like Dylan leading an Apple series, or Dylan, or an HBO Max series. I mean, imagine him in like a True Detective series. It would be fascinating.
It'd have to be the right thing.
Yeah, agreed. Anything else you saw this week? Anything else you got a chance to watch or talk about that you can talk about? It's not under embargo.
I can't talk about DTF St. Louis.
Have you started that already? I got those screens as well.
I did. Beast Games is just. I applied to Beast Games season 3. I finished my application this week.
Is it a video?
Yeah. we're not playing it, and I played it for Steph, and she laughed her ass off. She was just like, "I cannot believe it."
I want to play it on a plane before it crashes. Go ahead. Yes.
Listen, any video that's a minute long where you're like rushing through what you want to say as you beg to be on an embarrassing television series, right? Like, it doesn't look good. But I love Beast Games.
Yeah.
The show's amazing, and it's so well cast, and I'm just like, dude, I could fucking light this show up. The next season is about America versus the world.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Or it's just an international sort of. It's not necessarily America versus the world, but it's an international competition with people from all over.
Right. That's cool. Anything else you watched this week? Anything else you can talk about? No.
I saw Josephine. Let's talk about that.
Oh, please.
Josephine wins on Friday morning.
Okay.
Josephine won Sundance. It won the jury prize and the audience award, which is, a rare thing to win them both.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I watched the movie the night before. I was into it at first. My friend who I watched with, who is married with kids, he was out immediately. So he was sort of souring me on the movie as we watched it.
Okay.
He was just like, yeah, I don't buy it. And I was like, give it a chance. Like, and it didn't really work for me either.
Okay.
So I didn't care for it. I thought it was a baffling win. The fact that it was topping critics list from Sundance just speaks to how kind of mediocre Sundance was. I'm like, you're telling me that I think the little girl from Josephine. This is a movie, by the way, about an 8-year-old girl who witnesses a rape in a park.
Yes. Yeah.
And how she struggles to deal with it, and how it affects her family and everything. A movie for nobody. I mean, I'm sorry. Who is supposed to go see that on a Friday or Saturday night?
Right. Yeah.
It's a tough sit, and that's why it hasn't sold. And you haven't even heard there's a bidding. You haven't heard anything about a sale.
Right.
I don't know, man. Tough sell.
All right. Channing Tatum said the movie made him change how he parents his daughter. So I don't know. We'll see.
Listen, some people may find it really powerful, particularly people who've maybe been through that kind of experience. It is a very harrowing first 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But I just found it to be a little obvious and heavy-handed when it really needed a kind of more delicate touch. It just felt very Sundance to me.
Okay. All right. I'll put it in my head. For me personally, I saw this. We finished off this week. If you guys are into reality shows, we saw Physical Asia 100. Incredible show on Netflix. You guys got to watch it. It's a competition show against all the Asian countries there. Korea, Mongolia, Thailand. Manny Pacquiao is in the first 2 episodes leading the Philippines contingent in these combat games. It's pretty awesome. Korea, Japan, everybody's involved. It's really fascinating. You check it out. Australia's even in it as well. So it's a really good
right now.
Yeah. Each of the episodes are long. They're like an hour and 10. There's a lot.
There's so much good television right now.
Yeah. You guys got to watch it.
I've been working on this fucking massive issue of the newsletter that's just about television and how, to me, we're still in the golden age of television.
Okay.
Right? Like, it's over. There's no Sopranos or Breaking Bad or The Wire or Mad Men. Dude, The Pit, Adolescence, those are 4-star shows. There's so many good shows that come out in a given year. I just think they're blowing away movies these days, which is sad.
People are telling me the second season of Fallout has gotten incredible. I'm loving Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Wonder Man was a really damn good show. So there's a lot out there to be
like that big night dick on the Night of the
Hello. Yes, that was amazing.
I didn't see it. I've been searching online. I still haven't seen it.
I know. I got to take a look at that. People said industry. I wish I had started on the industry train, but it's 4 seasons. I don't know if I can dive in, So
I feel too old for industry.
Yeah, maybe. But you're not too old for Euphoria? I don't understand how that works.
No, I am. Okay. I could be the same age as those kids. On the inside, I am those kids.
You're like Pattinson.
I'm Nate Jacobs.
You're like Robert Pattinson who tries to claim he's Gen Z. It was hilarious. Him and Gen
I'm a short Jewish Nate Jacobs.
All right. Well, there's a couple of things we talk about, Jeff, before we get to the questions. Do you want to get in on this? I read what you wrote about it on your newsletter here. The Melania documentary making $7 million over. 3-4 million past expectations. But of course, there's been all these accusations about tickets being bought in blocks and handed out for free. Jimmy Kimmel went in on it the other night. But it seems like this is a win-win all around. If you hated them, it's a terrible documentary. You actually have ammunition to bash them. If you love them, the documentary overperformed. And so you can say, hey, we overperformed. So your thoughts on it?
What a shit show. Everyone is so entrenched in their own bias that they can't put anything aside.
Yeah.
It was hilarious to me watching people bend over backwards to prove this point or that point. This is a true both sides one.
Yeah,
this
right?
is a documentary. $7 million for a documentary is very, very good. I don't care what documentary you are. Then you could argue, okay, well, what about a documentary that you're spending $35 million to market?
Really sad. Yeah, right, exactly.
By the opening, you kind of did. And like you said, and I completely buy this, and Bellany, I predicted this before Bellany mentioned it.
Yeah.
You can't trust these ticket sales for shit.
No, not at all.
No, these numbers, it doesn't matter if it was 10 million or 2 million.
Yeah.
You cannot trust any of these fucking numbers. To judge for, then there's the review element, right? Where it's just people just going into the theater on Friday morning of opening with their knives out just so they could write a terrible review. You actually went into this movie objectively. Give me a break. Obviously, this is not even a real documentary.
No,
a film to be judged by any. This is a bribe in visual form.
Yep, 100%.
This is allowing Melania to just play movie star. It's like a make pretend thing.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I just thought it was so ridiculous. If I was an editor, I wouldn't have wasted anybody's time.
they paid 2 really good editors to be a part of this thing, man. It is crazy how much
I mean,
cinematographers.
like a reporter kind of editor.
Sorry.
Sent a critic to the theater that morning. I was just like, who gives a shit? How good? Like you're telling me you're like a huge Democrat and you're gonna somehow go to the Melania movie and think it's good?
Yeah, I mean, I think if it was good, I do think people would have been a little bit more like surprised. You'd have seen that creeping into the reviews, but I haven't put myself through it. I'm really tempted to do it to see it as a litmus test. But, you know, a majority of the critics, I think there are some biases for sure, but I think it's also probably not a good movie as well. So it makes it easier to bash. Like, what did someone say they should show this on a plane so you can step outside the plane or something like that? When it's so, like, I don't know what it was, but
it's supposed to be a good movie. Like, that's
that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. This is all a bribe.
To be a movie.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a bribe.
Make a movie about the first lady.
I just think it's hilarious that it comes out right as Brett Ratner was appearing in the Epstein files. I mean, you couldn't have timed that more perfectly for that kind of a situation. So it's all crazy.
Yeah, that's another circus.
Sure.
It's been a wild week.
Yeah. We should hit this. This was a wild one as well. We talked about the testimony earlier. Poor Ted Sarandos was up there having to answer questions from Ted Cruz and other senators, trying to paint Netflix as some left-leaning operation where clearly they didn't see how much right-leaning shit is on the network. This was so stupid and such an example of we can't even have like honest discourse if people are engaging in dishonest approach to honest discourse. It's so frustrating. There are legitimate questions to ask about this deal, Jeff, but you wouldn't know it from all the grandstanding that was going on by everybody trying to score political points. And poor Ted's like, what am I doing with you fucking bozos? Like, what am I, you idiots? Like, I am such a man of accomplishment and status. You're clowns. You're fucking buffoons in a minstrel show, in a sideshow, you know? So
I just wanted Ted to stand up, Sarandos, and be like, I have a 4:00 with the K-pop. I cannot miss the Demon Hunters. Like, you could just tell he's like, what the fuck is happening right now?
I know, man.
Like, are you on stolen land right now? All the land acknowledgments are like liberals. Like, that's why Trump is president, right? Because we become lampoons of ourselves. It's ridiculous. So Ted Cruz is kind of funny going there, but it's just like you're wasting people's time. What is happening?
Yeah, it's so dumb. Look, Ted is not someone anyone ever needs to feel bad for because he is rich beyond his wildest dreams, and he might be about to sink the movie industry single-handedly. But like, I think this is such a wasted opportunity. I would have loved to have gotten like more knowledge, more information on the machinations of this deal, how this all went down, where the loopholes possibly. They got him to swear under oath that he will adhere to the 45-day theatrical window. I don't know how much you can hold him to that, but they got him to swear to it. But in the end, it was just such a waste of time, which could have been better. Time could have been better spent figuring out all the nuances of this deal, which would have been very educational and interesting. You know,
if you get Warner Brothers, are you going to make Batman woke? We need to protect our kids from trans Batman.
It's like Kill Tony's on our air. Dave Chappelle is on Netflix. What are you talking?
Are you serious? Like,
yeah,
this is a network that kind of has proven like we have no sides.
Yes,
everything to everyone.
Yeah,
we don't care about our trans staffers screaming outside our office right now. We're gonna keep the Dave Chappelle special on.
Yeah.
What do you want from these guys?
I know, it was so dumb. And in the end, Trump says he's staying out of it because both of them accorded him, Paramount and Netflix, and staying out of it. So what was the whole point of all of this stupidity? Anyway, we should, before we get to questions, we should take a moment, Jeff. We haven't talked since the passing of Catherine O'Hara, 71 years old, leaving an incredible legacy of movies and TV shows, obviously with Schitt's Creek and other appearances like Curb Your Enthusiasm, but obviously Home Alone, Beetlejuice, all those things, the Christopher Guest movies. And then recently, those last two projects that really solidified her as probably a dramatic actress that could have maybe nabbed an Oscar nomination for some dramatic work there with what she did in The Last of Us and in The Studio. So Your thoughts on her, man? Your thoughts on her passing here at only 71 years old?
I mean, she really was like a legend.
Yeah.
mean, she'd been around since the SCTV days.
Yeah.
So many classic comedies. I do think that she will always be remembered as the mother from Home Alone. But obviously she was capable of so much more. The 1-2 punch of Schitt's Creek in the studio, like really reignited like her career. And just showed, like that she could still throw a heater at age, dealing with whatever medical problem she was dealing with at the time. Beetlejuice, like there's After Hours, there's so many. And she was just hilarious. Obviously the Christopher Guest movies too.
Yeah. But this feels like very much like Chadwick Boseman. Like nobody knew she was ill. There were no reports of her suffering through any kind of things. And then boom, she's gone after a very short illness. It just seems like a big shock, and it's right as she was coming into a second renaissance as an actress here over the last few years, which makes it all the more tragic,
Well, it's still really fresh. I wouldn't be surprised if People magazine did something, longer on her and about the private battle that she had waged. Just as we heard more about Chadwick after.
Yeah.
Someone reached out to me to let me know what was going on, and I shared it. Being sort of experienced, had an experience with cancer, obviously, but people got really upset as well. They're just like, "Oh my God, how could you reveal that? The family hasn't revealed it." I'm like, listen, like this is kind of news. Obviously, a celebrity dies, and people want to know how. Yeah. I'm not saying like cancer is the cause of death. It was revealed that she had another condition where organs were sort of mirrored. But somebody reached out and said that she was sought treatment in Toronto when she was shooting there.
Wow. Okay.
So,
all right. Yeah. So, but we of course send our thoughts and prayers to her family and to her friends and the loss. And Macaulay Culkin's tribute was just heartbreaking.
Right. He's like, I thought we had more time. I know that the family released a statement saying that it was a brief illness.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sometimes you don't know if you have a lot of time.
It's tough to say. But obviously super sad and a huge loss for the community, for the studio, because she was about to shoot.
Yes.
They had rearranged things because she wasn't able to make it to those early days. So yeah.
We'll see. All right. Well, no easy way to transition, but it's time to get to the questions, Jeff, so we can wrap this up here within the hour. Fantastic says, hell yeah. Getting this is another one. Getting to catch the Jedi Way. Oh, that was from last night. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see this one. London Calling. Reaching out to you on my 50th birthday, the 5th of February. Yeah, loved Fallout Season 2. Wonder Man, great so far. Hijack and Steel, decent as well. I can't go with you on Steel. I tried one episode of Steel. I was out. Hijack, we haven't started yet. Jeff, have you already started Season 2 of Hijack?
The Hijack review is part of the television.
Okay.
But I did not care for it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was not very good. Wonder Man, I loved. Steel, I'm not interested in because I'm not a big Sophie Turner guy. Right. Fallout Season 2, I've heard good things. I've heard some less good things.
Yeah.
I would like to watch it if I had the time.
Yeah.
But happy 50th, Carlton.
Happy 50th. Yeah, the big 50.
Yeah. It's my grandfather's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to grandpa. Hey. Matt Landis says happy early birthday. There you go.
Thank you, Matt.
There you go. Was that coming around the corner? When is it? February?
Birthday, it's the 10th, so I guess
10th. All right.
Tuesday.
I have to get you a present. A little present for you. Toaster Retribution says, I like Chris Hemsworth. I like Submarines. Any idea when we will see the Chris Hemsworth Submarines?
Tomorrow on Amazon Prime Video. It's a sneak. No, I don't know. I would imagine this fall, though. I could see that as like a October, November thing. I mean, Amazon's going to have to do something to compete with Netflix later in the year.
Yeah.
Netflix always saves like all those like awards contenders. It's going to have Narnia this year. A big Chris Hemsworth action movie would be nice to have on the service. I just don't know. I would assume that that's going to get a theatrical release though, right? Amazon's really theatrical, but then every now and then you get a movie like The Wrecking Crew. I don't know if you watched that one with Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista, and that goes.
Haven't watched it yet, but I hear good things. No one I've talked to, they liked it. You like it?
It's a guilty pleasure.
Okay, good. That's what it should be. Alex Cook said, hey, guys, any other Heat 2 updates on the cast and who they will be playing? I think we talked about that, Jeff, but do you have anything more on that?
Werner Herzog is playing Michael Mann. It's a meta movie about Michael Mann trying to mount a sequel to Heat.
If only I had Robert De Niro here. Yeah, it'd be perfect. Kenneth Colton says, I got a scoop. Something big is happening on February 10th. Yeah. It's Jeff's birthday.
42, dude. I'm old.
Josh Duckwall says, hey, gents. Hey, what's up, Josh? I hope you're doing well. My wife isn't here tonight. She's flying to Seattle to support her sister, who has surgery tomorrow to remove tumors from breast cancer. Oh, my. Sending positive vibes to them and to all of you. Thank you, Josh. What?
Sending positive vibes to all of you.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh. Very kind of you. What's wrong?
Terrible. I was ready to make jokes because it's Josh.
Yeah. Right. You're about to say, where's your wife going? Sure, she is.
Exactly. This is terrible.
No. We're sending love to her sister, her brother, and we hope she comes through the whole surgery all right. Yes. Tell her we send her love, especially from the hot mic, specifically. Right. Dan the Man, 3546. Gentlemen, good to see you again. Load me up with all the Pirates news. Is Ayo Edebiri joining Margot? Any familiar faces? More movies / shows? Details. Fire.
I don't know about.
Yeah. I'm going to say no on that.
This is very early days. I'm talking about somebody being in talks to write a script. She's
right.
I think they have a take from her that they like, and they're like, all right, we're going to pay you to write the take. Yeah. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah. I don't think Io is going to be in it. That's my sense.
They'll have moved on to somebody else, a new It girl 2 years from now when they're ready to cast it.
That's true. Doug Development says, favorite Super Bowl ad ever? Mine's with the horse in the parade recognizing his trainer who raised him as a pony, and he runs through the streets to reunite with him. Tears. Oh, yeah, that's a sweet one. Listen, the Dunkin' Donuts ones with Affleck. Those are right in my number ones right now. And there's the new one teasing the one that's coming with Jason Alexander, Jennifer Aniston, and Matt LeBlanc. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's about a minute and a half. They've released it. It's 2 commercials. And it's when Affleck goes Boston, man, it's my fucking favorite thing in the world.
Yes, that's a great answer, John. I'm not going to pick a Super Bowl commercial, but I'm going to pick a product. We need to bring back, I hate 3D movies, but we need to bring back 3D Doritos.
What were those?
Doritos a few years ago, we had 3D Doritos, and then we didn't have 3D Doritos. They were just gone overnight one day. I don't like it. Bring back the 3D Doritos.
Give me the 3D Doritos. Put it on to Rush Hour 4. It would be perfect.
I was very sad when they got rid of the 3D Doritos. Why have Doritos in 2D when you can have them in 3D?
They say it's the best. Keltrick Pickens 5752 says, what is the future of Peacock? They posted a $552 million loss in Q4, only 44 million subs. I'm one of them. I think the app desperately needs a UI redesign. The app navigation sucks, and a new name wouldn't hurt. Well, that's why Taylor Sheridan's running into town, Jeff.
To the rescue.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not spending to get the shows. I don't even know, what are the hot Peacock shows? I only watch stuff that's on NBC.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Like St. Dennis Medical is on NBC, but it is on Peacock that night.
I go to watch the Law and Orders and SNL, and I'm watching, maybe the fall and rise of Reggie Dinkins. A lot of Peacock exclusives. I mean, people watch Peacock for The Office, really.
Right. Ponies is the new series that I like on Peacock.
You're right. It's good.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Crystal Lake. That's they need to rebrand a little bit. They need to expand what the idea of what a Peacock show is. And I think that Crystal Lake is part of that.
I think also losing the WWE didn't help. That probably cost some money there as well, going to Netflix and stuff. Gregory Top True says, cheers, you two. I'm a Vikings guy who's looking forward to a shootout from May and Darnold. When the dust settles, May could beat my quarterback at the finish. Right, Sam Darnold was on the Vikings last year.
Here's my question. Let's talk about this question, Gregory. I've got Justin Jefferson in my fantasy keeper league at $31 next year.
Woo!
This guy, he's a bargain, but do I keep this guy because JJ McCarthy can't get him the ball?
JJ McCarthy sucks. I would sell him.
Yeah,
I would sell JJ.
Tough to keep him. It's every week. It's just disappointment after disappointment.
Yeah, listen, they just fired the Vikings general manager for letting go of Darnold. So, you don't want to keep him now. Keep Justin Jefferson now. Mike Joyce says, Jeff, why didn't you like Josephine? I thought it was amazing. It did drag during the court scene, though. I think it'll do well next awards season.
I don't think it's going to do well at all. I really don't understand the acclaim for this movie. I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to be completely forgotten. Like just like can you tell me what won Sundance the year before this?
No clue.
I could have offered you $1 million and you wouldn't have
gotten it. I would have lost $1 million. I wouldn't have ever been able to.
Like there's just for every Sundance winner that you've heard of, there's a Sundance winner that you've never heard of.
Yeah, it's so true.
And the court scene, it's like, not a spoiler. I'm not going to spoil anything, but like they take a recess and then come back and like ask one question, and you like think the question's going to like be this big thing, and it was like such a wet fart of a question. It's like, who cares?
Yeah. Atropia, directed by Haley Gates, won the U.S. Grand Jury Prize. I have
nobody.
No fucking idea what film that is.
Nobody saw that.
Yeah, nobody said today. Oh, with Aliyah Shawkat and Callum Turner.
Winning Sundance used to mean something, and now it's just like, oh, you're like one of 16 movies that we could tolerate.
Yeah, Twinless won the audience award, but it came and went as well. Ramen is racing. Ramen is racing. Said, any idea what is going on with Miramax and Trenka's Halloween TV series and 50th anniversary movie? Is that something you could dig in on?
It's wild that everybody's getting a TV show, right? Leatherface, Jason, Michael Myers. When's the Nightmare on Elm Street HBO Max series?
Come on.
From Andy Muschietti.
Make it happen.
I don't know. I haven't heard a peep about Halloween. I think he's also a character who needs to go away for a little bit. That guys, man, Blumhouse got off to a hot start with that first one. I thought they just like drove it into the ground in a way.
Oh, yeah. By the third movie, people were done.
It was horrible.
My sister McCall, Best Snyder, May wins the Super Bowl MVP, and then he releases the unredacted Epstein files. Strangers 3.
Oh.
Prince Williams empty seats.
I'll let you know tonight. If anybody wants to meet me there, I will be at the Grove, probably wearing this. I'm probably not going to shower or change or put on underwear. Just pants me in the middle of the Grove. I go to the Grove at 8:20. So if you're a stalker of mine,
there you go. Find it. Fantastic says, hey, hot Mike. I will always love the seesaw dynamic between you two when it reveals itself like it did with Scream 7. And Rocha beginning to like it, and Jeff beginning to not. I mean, listen, you're always going to get our authentic thoughts on these things. So, yeah. I think I'm going to be right, though. I think Scream 7 is going to be good. I think, Jeff, you're going to have to come
Jeff
around.
Campbell is the best. So, these movies are about Sidney Prescott.
Yeah. Doug Developer, 8850. Doug, good to see you. Oscar fun fact, the song How Do I Live from Con Air was nominated for both an Oscar and Razzie. Y'all think it's more of a good song or a bad song? I love that song.
Yeah, great song. What?
Both versions, by the way. I like the Leanne Rimes version and the Trisha Yearwood version because people don't know that Trisha was originally contracted to do the song for the movie, and I think it was Trisha, and then they decided they didn't like her version and they got Leanne to do it, but then Trisha released it on its own as a single as well. So it was like, fuck you. So yeah, good song. Man, Sister McCall, Jeff excited for Whistle Dolly or Psycho Killer? Psycho Killer.
I saw Whistle.
Oh,
which was okay. It was better than I maybe expected. Dolly, I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
I don't think I know. Psycho Killer, I am probably, of everyone maybe of anyone on the planet.
Wow.
I probably am the most excited for this movie. I'm irrationally excited for Psycho Killer.
Okay.
Which is probably going to be like total trash.
Okay.
But I'm pumped.
Dolly is a Rod Blackhurst IFC Shudder film. Macy, a young woman, is abducted by a monstrous figure intent on raising her as their own child. Okay, there you go. Okay, good to know. Sakshi Mishra, or idea on Chris Dent cast for the Batman 2, and is Hush in the Batman 2?
I don't know about Hush. Chris Dent. Any new ideas this week?
I mean, Guy Pearce is what I'm still hanging on to, bro. I think that's the perfect choice. And if anybody's listening to us from Matt Reeves' camp, I think that's the choice. I feel like, yeah. Fred says, did you guys see The Wrecking Crew? I had fun. I haven't seen it yet, Jeff.
Let me just give you my one.
Okay, yeah, please. Sorry, you didn't say anything, so I moved on. Go ahead.
I was thinking. I'm still thinking. But what about... Nah, forget it. I'm not going to say it. Okay, I see The Wrecking Crew. I had fun. I like The Wrecking Crew, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, tomorrow is Wrecking Crew and Rip Day. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow with my day. D Giant says, hi, guys. What is Sadie's role in Spider-Man? # you never walk alone. That's right, brother. Liverpool.
Hey, Miles Morales. He's a trans Miles Morales. Oh, he went well.
There you go. Macchiomet says, what did you think of Cobra Kai? I don't think you watched it, Jeff, right? So
I live it, okay? I live the Cobra Kai way.
I liked it, but I didn't finish the last couple of seasons. So I'll have to do that one of these days. The thing is, I think I might want to take a month off from the channel and just watch everything I'm supposed to watch so I can be caught up. Like just take 30 days and watch every movie and TV show that I've had to catch up on. But I don't even know if I can get it done in 30 days, Jeff, to be honest with you. I don't know.
You guys, isn't it funny? John's like, I think I'm going to go away from the channel for a month. You couldn't go away from the channel for 2 days.
It's true. I go nuts. Elijah's Vince says, any info on Chalamet's 4 projects in development?
Let me bust out my Chalamet folder.
I'll tell you this. No, but Soon Yi Previn doesn't like any of them. I'll tell you that right now, judging from those Epstein emails.
That little prick.
Dude, she came off as such a B word in those emails. F you clown. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I don't have anything on his projects in development other than I think that motorcycle movie that he's doing with Mangold, that'll get a new writer soon. I think if they had to let the guy who wrote the short story do the script, because it's just like part of the deal, but eventually they'll get a new writer for that.
Just to clarify, she called a 15-year-old girl a predator. I guess that's not a good thing. Or essentially implied that she was a predator on Anthony Weiner. That is not a good thing to be saying.
You guys can tell John's been up all night reading these Epstein files.
I mean, I've still got 2 million more pages to go, Jeff. I've still got 2 million more.
Good thing I have a bookmark. I'm going to find that bookmark. It's in one of these pages.
Someone did something amazing that I discovered last night on Twitter. They built a Gmail.
Oh, I see.
Did you see that? For all of his emails. So if you wanted to start, you could go to this link and you can literally read it like you're opening emails in an inbox. And it's like 7,000 emails or something, or 47,000. It was insane. I started. I was like, well, maybe I'm going to get hacked. I don't know. So
I hope you didn't find the one I sent him. I was just, I just knew it was funny.
Josh Duckwall says 3D Doritos are fucking awesome. I gotta try this. I've never had 3D Doritos. Okay.
You haven't lived.
Clearly. Dan the man says, dashing my hopes as always, Jeff. Never fails. I know John doesn't believe it, but Superman versus Homelander comic dropped today. DC versus Marvel after Star Wars. Secret Wars. Oh, sorry. After Star Wars. Sorry. There's a comic, Superman versus Homelander? I didn't know that. I'll take a look at that. I saw the new Frank Miller variant. That was really cool. His cover today. That was great. I'm too like it says White House and MAGA cheering for your Pats, Jeff. Big yikes. Seattle Thrashers, New England, 29-16. Enjoy the L, Snyder. Go Seahawks. He's a big Seahawks fan. I'm too like it.
MAGA is rooting for the Patriots.
Yeah, because Robert Kraft is a big Trump.
Let me tell you about something, guys. There wouldn't be a goddamn United States of America if it wasn't for the goddamn Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
That's true. That's true.
Okay,
that's true. Very true. Yeah. Mostly, yes. Your thoughts on this, Jeff, though? Okay. We talked about it. No, wait. Well, God, I got something in my head. But yes. Your thoughts on Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick not getting in to the NFL Hall of Fame. Holy shit, Jeff. Like, I understood Belichick, but Kraft? That was shocking, bro. Shocking, bro.
This is clearly a little slap on the wrist. You're going to wait a year because you did some shit the shady way. I think if those scandals didn't happen, there would be no problem with them getting in on the first ballot. So I kind of understand it on one hand, and I don't think it's that big a deal. It's ridiculous, obviously.
Right.
but yeah, it's tough to just ignore those things, I guess, if you're a voter.
Yeah, I think and all these articles talk about we need to rip the Hall of Fame down. Children, relax, okay? They got a slap on the wrist. These are grown men. They got the payment, and then next year they'll get it. What's the big deal? Fred says, Budweiser Lizards beating the frog is my favorite commercial. Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Do you think that Brady gets punished in a couple years?
Fuck no. Everybody loves Brady, dude. He's untouchable.
Budweiser Frog is a great commercial. So are the McDonald's commercials with Larry Bird and Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, those were good. Here, Michael. That Shadow 790. Thoughts on Craig Mazin? His next project will be the adaptation of Baldur's Gate 3 video game at HBO. Ooh. Yeah, well, I mean, they're good. Sergio. Good.
Oh, I was just going to make a joke. I was going to say, Craig, cast me because there's no one balder than me.
I mean, they just announced that they're gonna finish Last of Us with this upcoming season. They're not doing a 4. So there's stuff that went on behind the scenes that I hope someday there's a whole big article about that let us know what happened there, because it is such a debacle after such a promising first season.
It's a debacle.
Dan the Man 3546 says, all love at the end of the day, bro. Any hope for the industry as we move into verticals? All these buyouts as people uptight, but evolution is here. You better learn AI. I tell you this right now. If you want to keep making movies, keep creating things, you better learn AI. There's no other question here, Jeff.
Yeah, listen, everybody's going to have to learn a couple of different skills and diversify. I mean, today with the Washington Post layoffs are obviously crazy. And my heart goes out to everybody who's affected because I've been there and I've been laid off multiple times.
Yeah.
But it's also just like people just like expect to have like a media job these days. It's like, oh, I watch TV.
Yeah.
Culture critic. Like, oh, yeah.
Right.
It's like anybody could kind of do what you do, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you actually bring to the table that's unique that I can't get anywhere else? Like,
right.
And that's, the only reason I am able to stay in business basically is because of that ability. So I feel you, but like you have to have a niche. You have to have your own audience these days. You can't, we're just like, I loved being a cog in a machine and just like, I never questioned it. I'm fine making money for somebody else. But like you have to pay me. And it's like when I stopped being paid for my work, that's when I just drew the line. It was like, well, fuck this.
Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely fair, dude.
Just with this question, verticals. Do you buy into this vertical shit? Because I've never watched. I don't know what anyone is talking about. I ignore all these articles about them. I don't think it's a real thing. I think it's just like big PR.
What do you mean? Can you be specific? What's the big PR?
Verticals. They're like talking about like, oh, it's like these new shows that.
Yeah.
The
micro dramas. You mean the micro dramas? Yeah.
Like all it's bullshit. Like, what is the big thing that everybody's watching that's taken off? Well,
the micro dramas are massive in Japan, and they are trying to make them happen in America. And I don't think they're as successful as they were in Japan and in the Asian country. I think Korea has them as well. And it may be a distinctly like Eastern thing that it's not necessarily translating, but we have certainly seen like, what was the platform where you could do Vine, right? You had Vine series that were 6 seconds long. People were taking advantage of it, but like with TikTok, I don't know it's necessarily working. And then there were articles that came out about a week ago breaking down a lot of the nefarious shit that's going on by the people who are making these micro dramas and the way they're kind of abusing actors and abusing the time and all this kind of stuff and screwing people over. So it's all a mess right now. But
it's all a mess.
You got
Netflix putting on a Pete Davidson talk show, right?
Yeah.
That there is on video,
right?
But they call it a podcast, and it allows them to skirt union rules.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. I mean, look at those. I mean, I don't know how. Yeah, exactly. That kind of stuff. Exactly. So we'll see. I mean, they're working it out, but I think they're trying to do it all at once. Like everyone's trying to do it, so it's flooding the market and it's causing problems all around. So yeah, I stay out of it though. Dan the Man says, you had it right, man. DC versus Marvel after Secret Wars. Got it. That could be fun to see if they ever get to do that for sure.
Part of the job of being a film reporter is deciphering all these like abbreviations that people have for things. And I have my own abbreviations. Like if I could give you like 3 letters and like I want to see if you could figure it out.
Okay.
So if I'm taking notes and someone mentioned this person, it was said DDK. Who's DDK?
Destin Daniel Daniel Day Kim?
Yes.
Thank you.
Daniel Day Kim.
Thank you.
I have like scores of these kinds of things.
That's because you're a writer.
You're
good at this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, here, real quick, on the vertical. Screenwriter John August asked writers to share their experience on these types of productions. One writer said they were paid $22 an hour with frequent unpaid gaps between assignments, and the CEO would criticize the writers in company-wide messages while giving credit for successes to the editors. Another writer said they got 40 hours with benefits, but it's kind of like doing a fill-in-the-blanks puzzle. And the union situation, they can enforce it on their members, but they can't force the producers to become signatory. So there's a lot that goes on with these micro dramas that is skirting the rules. So, yeah. Virgo said, 34 Virgo, why did Feige decide not to step down anymore? I think it was all he wanted. He didn't want to leave it. Like any great leader, you want to leave the place better than when you found it. And I think maybe he felt it's on such a downturn, it wasn't the time for him to leave. If he nails this Doomsday, Secret Wars, X-Men shit, then I think he'll go, Jeff.
Right, exactly. I think he has to land the plane, which is the Avengers stuff, and then just set up the next chapter of Marvel with whatever X-Men is, and then I think you can go and hold your head high, knowing
exactly
no one else in the history of humankind has ever done. Really,
like whatever happens after this, it's y'all's problem. It's y'all's problem. Al Smithy in 9227 says, is Frank Darabont officially out of director prison since he did some Stranger Things, or did the show's shaky climax send him right back like that old man in Shawshank Redemption? Frank was here. Oh shit! You talking about Brooks? I think Darabont should get a shot, don't you, Jeff, to direct some
shot at what? Like I don't know. You can
theatricals
taking like dreary Stephen King adaptations, like The Long Walk, The Running Man. I know everybody loves Stephen King, but these don't really perform the way that you think that they do.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that Frank Darabont would be allowed to do the right thing, and if it was good. I don't think he's in director's jail. I think he also, like, part of him was just like sick of the entire fucking industry.
Yeah. People burn out. I'm too flying. Kraft too busy at massage parlors to get into Hall of Fame. Oh,
how dare you! This is a lonely man who men have needs. Tried to get those needs taken care of in a responsible manner. How dare you, I am too fly king.
Listen, no rich man should be caught in a massage parlor, dog. Just fucking pay for him to show up at the house. What is wrong with you? You got money.
That is true. Who's going?
Casey Grant says, remember Quibi in 2020? That died. 10-minute episodes. Oh, I remember that. So I had a few friends in the industry who got jobs on Quibi and were like crowing about it, and then whoo, right into the crapper. I remember that.
Me and Tom Cruise were supposed to do a Quibi show. It didn't work out.
What would be the name of that one?
Cruising for a Bruising with Jeff Sneider.
Arthur Roses, here's $2. Iron your shirt. MAGA, go Pats. Okay. Woka. Oh, iron my shirt.
John Woka, is that what they call you?
Yeah, some of them do. Yeah, they do.
How dare they?
Yeah, I don't care. It's funny. I think it's funny. It's all jealousy, so they can suck my balls. Just Stockwall says, John, are you still doing stuff with your Patreon? Jeff, I'm signing up for your newsletter. Yes. Sorry, Josh, I owe you a call. It's been a busy fucking week, my man. I will absolutely be emailing you back. Let's do the one-on-one for sure. Sorry about that. But yes, we will have something set up. Was that?
Should I be involved in these Patreon conversations? Or?
Well, it's just for me. You know, the page. He signed up for my Patreon, but yeah, we're gonna set one up here for us for sure. Very soon.
Well, thank you, Josh, for signing up.
Yeah. All right. Is that everything? That's all the stream. Oh, wait. Yes, that's all the super chats. Let's hit the Streamlabs, Jeff. Samo, thoughts on Baldur's Gate TV series adaptation on HBO, which is a part of the Dungeons and Dragons universe with Craig Mazin working on it. Also, who do you think they will cast? We talked about it already. I have no idea who they cast, bro, because I don't know this game at all. Do you?
Neither do I. Baldur's Gate. I assume it's a big, strong guy.
Yeah, probably some sort of Viking type gentleman. Nordic
Skarsgård.
Oh, that could work.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate here. Yeah, it's a tabletop role-playing game from Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, you lost me already. I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons person, so I don't know it. All right. Assassination.
Let's talk about a tweet of mine that went viral this week.
Oh, okay, sure. I'm putting some gum in my mouth.
What is the great Angelina Jolie movie? Not great Jolie performance. Okay. I mean, a great movie. Go Google Angelina Jolie filmography, because they were talking about her on The Big Picture, and I weighed in with my thoughts and how, honestly, like, my favorite Angelina Jolie movies are her chintzy serial killer movies, The Bone Collector and Taking Lives. Like, I like Salt, I like Wanted, but I don't really revisit those movies. She's good in Girl Interrupted. Is that a great movie? She's great in Mia. Is that a great movie?
Does she have a great movie?
I don't think she does.
Yeah. I'm going to say that at this point, I don't think I think A Mighty Heart is an excellent movie. But do I think it's a good, like, great movie? No.
Who's ever watching A Mighty Heart again?
Yeah, and I've watched when I was testing DVDs back in A Terrible Life, I had to watch that over and over and over again. She was incredible in the movie. I thought the movie was really good, but it's also kind of a small film, right?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Gone in 60 Seconds. These are like good, decent studio movies, but are they great movies? No.
No. Changeling's not great. Maleficent's not great.
Panda might be the best, like, movie, just like unequivocally, that I could say that she's.
Which one? Kung
Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda.
Like, that is a really good animated movie.
Yeah. You might be right, man.
That's an animated fucking movie. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Don't give me the Girl Interrupted and Gia. Like, she's great in those movies, but those are not great.
Gia's an HBO TV movie. It can't count. It can't count.
You can count it, but
I don't count.
It doesn't register. It's good. It's good.
I guess Girl Interrupted was arguably her greatest film, but I guess, right? But that's really that's Winona and her, though, right? It's not her film.
Is it a great movie? It doesn't care whose film it is. Like, I just don't think it's a great movie. And maybe it's because I'm not, a teenage girl or whatever. But yeah.
I think that's a fair question. Like, she has made a career out of, like, not only B level, but if you were to grade her movies overall, they're like a B to a B minus. Her entire career, her movies.
Right.
There's not an A plus A movie. Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great point. I hadn't thought of it that way. Okay. Good question. Cano Zagara says, happy Thursday and always enjoy your show. Is it true that none of the heroes will know / see that Dr. Doom in Avengers Doomsday looks exactly like Tony Stark? I don't know. I have not heard anything from anyone that I know about that. Jeff, have you?
Wait, this is on what?
That none of the heroes will know or see that Dr. Doom in Avengers Doomsday is Tony Stark or looks like Tony Stark.
I don't know about that. Listen, I think the same person, who emailed us, I don't know if they're emailing you too. I got sent everything. Right? I have the whole everything about Avengers.
I do not have that.
I don't want to know everything, and I don't want to be the guy who shares everything. I don't want to be that guy who just spoils everything. Right. So yeah, I'm not really planning to do much with that email, but it does feel like I have everything. It does feel legit.
Maybe you could send it to me. I don't know.
Anyway, you want it spoiled for you though?
Yeah, maybe I don't. I don't know. The little bit that I do get is enough. I don't know if I want the whole thing, because I think Campy and RMB have seen it, like seen the script or whatever. So I don't know if I want to be in that.
The script. I thought there was no script.
Oh.
What do you think of Sandler working with Scott Cooper? That idea.
Yeah, Christian Bale replacing Christian Bale. It's interesting. I mean, I like Adam. What is the log line on this? Do you remember? I have it written down.
He loses his job and has to hide it from his family or something like that.
Yeah, he's an unemployed man whose life sinks further and further into trouble as he hides the situation from his family and friends. I think you get a softer performance, right? A more tender performance from the Adam Sandler approach to this, whereas the Bale approach would have been a little more harder edge. So
more intense. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I think is the difference.
And listen, the rumor could have been false initially or whatever.
Right.
But the idea of Sandler like replacing Christian Bale in movies now, I find hilarious. Speaking of replacements, Pedro Pascal replacing Joaquin in that Todd Haynes movie with Danny Ramirez.
I mean, are we gonna just not? Are we just gonna keep playing around like he's not? I'm okay, fine. We can keep playing around like he's not, but I think he is. So therefore, this seems to make sense. I don't have a problem with it. So,
I mean,
I think it's a better choice.
Yeah, for sure. I think. Well, I mean, there's less. It's a better choice because I think people are more into him, and it's weird.
Sure.
Like, I don't really think of Joaquin as a very sexual creature. That would kind of be like the draw is like, come see Joaquin, do that.
Yeah.
And I think without that, it's kind of just like more of you can judge it on its own merits. It's not a stunt casting thing. I think Pedro probably is better suited for the role.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think anything's a big secret at this point.
Yeah, for God's sakes,
come on. We discuss it.
Come on, guys. As assassination setup. Wow. John Loudmouth. Okay. Are these movies masterpieces? In the Name of the Father, Seven, AI, Dracula, Coppola, The Batman, The Dark Knight, Incredibles, and Wall-E. Yes or no? Go Seahawks. John, don't bet on the Hawks, please. You'll jinx it. Peace. Like, what? Why send a negative? I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand why you would take the time to send money and send a negative comment like that. Like,
hey, what happened? Getting money though. I mean, you could just get the negative comment. So,
well, I wouldn't read the negative comment if you didn't send money.
I'll read all the negative comments you guys want to send me for money. People are really begging for this Christopher Dent thing. I mean,
yeah.
Well, listen, are they in there any hurry to fill that role?
Not yet. It's a while before this thing even gets in front of the cameras, right? We have months before it gets in front of the cameras.
You wait until Oscar night and you see if Sean Penn wins an Oscar.
Maybe. Seven, I think, is a masterpiece for sure. Not AI. AI is not that good. Dracula Coppola is not that good. The Batman, no. The Dark Knight, you could make a case. The Incredibles and Wall-E, I don't really see either of those as necessarily masterpieces or In the Name of the Father. So there's your answer. But I am betting on the Hawks, so I hope I jinx. Now I hope I jinx it. Now I hope they lose. And so you get like to sit there and cry into your pizza in your mom's basement. Cattle Cigar, Tim says, Johnny Boy and Sneider. Which film has a chance to win Best Picture that is not Sinners or One Battle After Another? Also, as a Formula One fan, do they have a chance in winning any category? Jeff, I don't think F1 has a chance at all to win anything. What do you think?
I mean, it definitely has a chance to win sound and to win and to win editing. I think it has a chance there as well.
Fair point.
What movie has a chance to win?
That's not Sinners or One Battle.
The obvious answer is Hamnet, but I'm going to go with Sentimental Value.
Ooh. I would say Marty Supreme.
I think that movie is going to be affected by the sassy expose.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I don't think Timothy necessarily will have to suffer for it, but I think that the movie would get caught up in that drama.
Yeah. Visca Barca says, hey, guys, do you know if Sherlock Holmes 3 with RDJ will ever be made? Also, what projects do you think Tom Holland should do besides Spider-Man? To showcase his acting chops, I think he's a good young actor and needs to do better choices, unlike Cherry. I think, it came out earlier this week that the script was back on or Sherlock Holmes 3 was back on. So I think that's happening, Jeff.
Sherlock Holmes 3, I mean, I could see Robert Downey Jr. do it because he likes a paycheck.
Yeah.
Tom Holland, what should Tom Holland be doing? It's a good question. I mean, frankly, he should have been in the drama instead of Robert Pattinson. Well, but I don't know if that would have been smart to work with Zendaya at this point. You almost have to be like, hey, this is a great script. Do you mind if I do it? And you don't.
Yeah, sure. I think he should be doing independent movies. I think he'll move off like Stay away from the Russo brothers. Go and do your own thing, like you did with The Impossible and these other smaller films. Like, go and find that again, and you'll find your way to an Oscar. Ultra Magnus 2206 says, hello from London. I quite enjoy your discussions. Thank you, Ultra. John, you're a gamer, yet we haven't heard your opinions on the God of War casting. Well, I've never played God of War, so I don't know, but the casting seems to be right because everyone seems to be very excited by the choices. Would love to hear Jeff's thoughts on it as well, and whether he thinks Amazon is the home for video game adaptations.
They're definitely doing a lot of them, yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's a decent strategy to buy into. They have a very male kind of audience to serve with all those dad TV shows.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, what was the first part of the question?
Thoughts on the God of War casting? I don't know if you.
Yeah, I mean, it seems very cheap streaming series to me. It's like like Teresa Palmer and people like that.
Yeah. That's a good point. Dragon Ball is returning. Says, hey John and Jeff, in the history of the Oscar.
You know what? Let me interrupt us here.
Yeah,
you know
sure.
Tom Holland should do. You ready for this? Ready for this?
Break it down.
Ready for this? Tom Holland, Taylor Sheridan.
Ooh, shit.
Peter Berg, Call of Duty.
Holy shit. Has he got the chop? I don't know if he's got the chops for that, but hey, man, that'd be a way to go. Kind of like the challenge.
Okay, go on. That's the question that I interrupted.
All right. Dragon Ball is returning. Hey, John and Jeff, in the history of the Oscars, what movie that won Best Picture do you think didn't deserve to win, but a different nominee should have won instead? For example, I believe La La Land should have won over Moonlight. You're insane, but okay. Yeah. I love Mance, but I can't stand that movie. I love Mance, but I cannot stand that movie, dude. Oh.
I don't know.
My easy answer is Do the Right Thing over Driving Miss Daisy, but Do the Right Thing wasn't even nominated.
Goodfellas over Dancing with Wolves.
Good one.
Goodfellas.
Okay. I have to go back on this one. So let's answer these questions and we'll swing back to this. All right. What else have we got? Two more. Mike McKenzie. I just watched The Voice of Hind Rajab. I found it disturbing. Have you guys seen it? What did you think? Have you seen this, Jeff? The Voice of Hind Rajab? I have not.
No.
Okay, I don't know what it is. Sorry, Mike. We don't know what it is.
It's the international feature nomination. It's like a girl on a phone.
Oh, okay. Samuel says, one thing I miss growing up is movie trailer narration. I know Don LaFontaine passed away, but do you think it should be brought back? I think it made trailers more entertaining.
Yes. In a world.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think people need things yelled out for them a little bit more too.
In an era. Crackle says, hey Jeff, any clue what's taking so long on Man of Tomorrow and the Batman 2 casting? I'm hoping the male role.
Taking so long? I need it now. The movie still comes out the exact same day that you told me, but I need the casting news now.
I'm hoping the male role in Man of Tomorrow is Martian Manhunter. Yeah, probably is. Claw also says, have you heard about any actors or filmmakers
I didn't say this.
that has met with Gunn for a DC project? Have you heard about any actors or filmmakers that Gunn has met with for a DC project? I have not. Jeff?
Kevin Spacey.
What? 31 Virgo. What's the likelihood that you think we see the Tarzan mutant versions in Brother Voodoo? What?
Well, I don't even know. What is this in relation to? What are you talking about? Like out on the street? Like what am I going to see Brother Voodoo at the What are you talking about? Look at this Jew ignoring the story about Palestine. This Jew should be spelling fucking Kumancha Neal.
Is someone saying that?
A Jew ignores the story about Palestine. Yeah.
This is not that show. Fuck off with that shit. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. This is not that show.
I wasn't invited to any screenings.
Oh, so fucking frustrating, that shit, man. You think you're accomplishing anything by doing that? You're not. You're really not.
He's paying special attention to Palestinian movies.
It's so goddamn frustrating, that stuff. It's terrible what's going on, of course. Innocent lives are being lost on both sides. We're here to take your fucking mind off of it, okay?
I don't care. this movie. It could be right behind me, and I wouldn't press play. I don't care.
Oh,
does not mean that she's from Palestine. She could be some girl in danger in Germany or Bosnia or any of these other fucking war zones. I don't care. Sorry, it's not how I want to spend 2 hours.
I mean, I think 2021, I would take Dune over Coda. I think Dune's a better film than Coda. Crazy. I would say to answer the question. I would even take West Side Story and Power of the Dog over Coda. No offense to Coda. Maybe. I might take 1917 over Parasite as well, Jeff. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I would definitely take Black Panther over Green Book. I know that might make you upset, but I would.
I need Green Book to have the Oscar. That's me personally.
If you went back to 2017, would you still give it to Shape of Water? Over Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, and 3 Billboards. I love Guillermo, but I might have to give it to Get Out, dude.
No. To Get Out?
Yeah.
Maybe. I loved Call Me By Your Name.
Oh, there you go. Yes. Okay. I think that's all the questions, man. I think. Oh, wait. The All Yankee says, give Jeff the cash now for Call of Duty.
Listen, there's a lot of things. If only Hollywood paid attention, I could help. I could help them make money. They don't want to make money. They want to serve relationships that don't serve them and hire people who have no idea what they're doing.
All right. That's everything. Let's get out of here. Jeff, anything more you want to talk about? We got 9 minutes left, or we can wrap up the show. Anything else you want to say?
Watch FYC tomorrow on Perry.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing a new episode of FYC and why the best actor and actress nominees either deserve to win or don't deserve to win.
Ooh.
You may be surprised.
Ooh.
And it's just stay tuned to the newsletter. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm working through some stuff. I got some goods coming. I got some goodies.
You said you're changing the newsletter. How are you changing the newsletter? What are you focusing on?
I spend a lot of time with the bits and bobs, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's just a better idea to publish maybe shorter newsletters,
okay,
and focus on original reporting or original analysis, and just do fewer of the items. Like, as I really try to be comprehensive with that section of the newsletter, and it's too much, right? Like, there's just too many stories on a given day, and then you get overwhelmed, and like that's not good for me. It's not good for the readers.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, well. Where can they subscribe to your newsletter and follow you and everything you got going on, brother man?
IanSnyder.com. Answers to all kinds of movie mysteries that you know.
There you go. As for me, at The Rocha Says on all social media, please subscribe down below to the channel. Hit that bell button as well with all your comments about everything we talked about today. Maybe some of you can decipher some of the questions that were sent to us and clarify that in the chat as well. We would appreciate it. But thank you all so much. We love you madly. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Have a great weekend. Go see a movie. We'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode of The Hot Mic. Peace.